Right at the bat, I have to give a huge shout out to Be Quiet for sending me this thing, the Straight Power 11 PSU. This thing is a beast and I'm so excited to open this up. So I've covered some Be Quiet stuff on this channel before, like a lot. This thing is exciting because it combines literally everything you could ever want for a power supply. It is platinum rated, it supports up to some really high wattages, it's fully modular, and it uses one of Be Quiet's super quiet fans. So literally everything you could ever ask for. Starting off with the manual, pretty standard stuff, but over here is where all the good stuff lies. Starting with, here's one massive improvement to the Pure Power PSU from them I recently reviewed. With the Pure Power, only the motherboard 24 pin was leaked, but here literally all of them are. That is awesome. That's not even it, there's even more cables here. How many cables does this come with? And here it is. That is one heavy power supply. Then what I have here is this 750 watt unit, but you can get this thing up to 1200 watts. So if you are running like a insane rig with 3090 or whatever, then definitely go for one of those. But for all my purposes, this is mainly going to be used, I think, on my test bench, and this is going to be fantastic. Now here's something interesting though. Even though it is a 700 watt PSU, you would expect that you would have, at least 2 connectors for your CPU, but no, there's still only 1, which is kind of interesting. But while I try to connect up all these cables and see what it looks like, here's something to think about, which I talked about recently in my Pure Power review, and that is, does it actually make more sense or less sense to have a high-end modular power supply? Okay, scratch everything I said. This is really interesting. So you have one PCIe connector going into the power supply over here, but you have 2 8 pins coming off of it. So this can supply an entire graphics card, just as one connector coming off the PSU. That is one interesting way to do it. So that means that even on this 750 watt power supply, you have 4 8 pins for expansion cards. That is pretty sick. And yep, I was wrong about the CPU as well. You have an 8 pin and then you have this 4 pin plus 4 pin going over the CPU. That is actually really smart, Be Quiet. Anyway, the rant I was going to go on is that, you know how the main benefit of having a modular power supply is that you only plug in the stuff you need? Well, on a high-end PC, which is usually where you'd find modular PSUs, you normally need all, or at least most, of your included cables. So you aren't really gaining much, while with a budget system, there you only plug in the stuff you need. For example, you may not need a lot of SATA connectors, you may not need 2 of these 8 pins for the graphics card, so you just plug in the stuff you need and then you just add cables when you need them when you upgrade in the future. So that's why I was super happy to see budget modular power supplies like the Pure Power, because in my opinion, budget modular power supplies make more sense than high-end ones. Anyway, my masterpiece is assembled. Look at this. That is, anyway, that is pretty much all the power your PC could ever need. Look at all these connections. That is pretty insane. But at the same time, it does still look kind of organized, right? It is all black with these like nice shiny bars here. The Be Quiet fan as always looks fantastic. This will be, even though of course you won't see it too much, especially if you have like a proper separate basement for your power supply in your case, but it does look nice. I'll be also making another very special video where I'll be comparing bronze, gold and platinum power supplies to see exactly what the differences are between them and what kind of benefits you can expect. So definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those, and also if you're gonna help support the channel in other ways, we have a merch store if you want to get awesome stuff like this sweatshirt, which is really useful now that it's getting cold outside. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, we also have a Patreon, and also thank my existing patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, AKB, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby and Come Engage Clothing. Thank you guys so much. Support truly goes a long way. Down there you're also going to find our Discord server if you want to talk to me or outside this or whatever else really. We'll let us social media links as well. But anyway, that's what it is, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.